The Traeger Ranger portable pellet grill and a 10.79 pound bone-in Boston butt. I've heard some people a little concerned with it being portable, that it might not do larger items. Well, we're about to find out. I'll be using the meter block, and we'll see. We'll track the temps. I've got hickory pellets from Traeger. That's what we're using, and butt rub, Bad Byron's butt rub, kind of my go-to for Boston butts, has been forever. And all I got to do, I'm gonna get this thing lit up, and while it's getting warm, I'm gonna carry this in, get it seasoned up, get the thermometers installed, and we're gonna get this started. Okay, there it is. Everything is ready. I went ahead and used 3 of the probes from the meter and 1 of the Traegers, of course. And we're about to put this on and get it started. I'll get that right there. We're gonna make sure everything looks good and doesn't touch. And we'll just do that right now. And there's plenty of room there. That's a 10-pound Boston butt, and I'm happy with if it does that. I'm okay with that. Anyhow, it is let's see, 12:42 if you can see that. So we'll keep up with about how long it takes, and we'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, so it's been on about 2.5 hours. And I did want to open it up and kind of rake down the pellets and add some if need be. I will say it's been running a little hotter than I've got it set. I've got it set to 225, but I've seen some pretty high numbers. Now I did get this too far away for a little while and I lost my signal, but that doesn't matter. We know what's going on right here. The ambient or the internal temperature of the pellet grill is 250. And if I want to see there's the internal temp of the Boston butt, which is 133 showing here, and it's showing 112 here. Of course, I have 3 probes in there, and I always go by my lowest probe or somewhere in that general area, and I'll be looking for around 195 before I pull it. So I'm going to open it up and see how those pellets look. And that looks real good. Nothing wrong with the way it's looking. And I'll show you the pellets and a little better look of everything. And I don't know if I need to add any, probably won't this time, but I am going to rake them down to where that just kind of feel a little better with those securely covering that. So back down with the lid. And I'm supposed to have that over here, this little indentation, but I've been doing it that way a couple of times and I hadn't had any problems. So just so you know, there is a little indentation for this cable to go out of. But anyhow, when it gets a little more time on it, we'll come back again. Okay, so it's been right at, I don't know, roughly, well, 5 hours. So what I'm going to do is open it up. I'll probably add some pellets, break them down a little bit. You can see the probe is 170, where my meter's got a little different readings depending on where you got it stabbed, and that's why I go by my lowest number. I have been getting some, erratic readings on the ambient. They've been kind of hot sometimes, but no big deal. I'm sure it's going to be fine, and I think I've already mentioned it, but I did lose connection to this for a while, so I don't have a real good record because I moved that too far from this unit. But at 5 hours, here is what we look like. Oh, it looks really good. Now you might want to take note where those are. That is, let's see, that is 1, 2, and 3. So that's the 3 I have in there. And you can see how the ratings might be a little bit different. But let's see what we got here. And I guess I'm going to add pellets. I was debating on it. But that's after 5 hours right there at this temp, which is 225 is what it's set at. And, I probably could get by with not doing it, but to keep from having to worry about it, I'm just going to. So, just put a few more. I may not fill it to the top, but that'll be enough to finish this cook, I would think. We're in the stall, by the way. Usually it's at this point, I haven't looked at anything, but I'm pretty sure it's been pretty close to that temp for quite a while, and that's what the stall is if you're familiar with it. But anyhow, that's a different show. I'm going to latch this back down. All right, we are right at 9 hours cook time, and I've got a 192 as my lowest temp, and I'm good with that. So what we're about to do is open it up, get it off of here, and what I normally do is I set it in here and let it rest for, say, 30 minutes or an hour or whenever I need it. You'd be surprised. 2 hours is not bad. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open it up. We're about to get the first look at it in quite a while, and here we go. Oh, it looks good. It looks just like it should. And I've got to figure out how to get it from here to here and do that without making a huge mess. And I got a feeling it's going to be a really good roast or a really good barbecue. Now, I cut my fat cap off. I always do. If you've watched my videos before, you may already know that. I always remove the fat cap, and then I put, that way I don't have to lose all my bark. That's my intent. That's a lot of times if you leave that fat cap on, a lot of people do, and I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I always remove it because when you break it down, you kind of lose that. So, all that being said, I'll explain that a little better maybe in a little while. But I'm going to set this in there, and there's really no need to me leaving this one in because it can't go with me. But as you can see, there is nothing wrong with the way that looks. That is a great looking Boston butt. So I'm going to put the lid on here. We're going to let it rest, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. This is kind of for tomorrow. Anyhow, we do a lot of things with these, everything from salads, like a salad with some barbecue, to baked potatoes with them on, and of course, sandwiches. And sometimes stuff like tacos. There's a lot of things you can do with them. That's why a 10-pound one is not a bad deal. We'll pull that bone out in a minute and see exactly what it looks like. So I'll see y'all after that rest in a minute. Okay, I wanted to show this right quick just in case you want to know, and this is the back of the grill, obviously, and here is how the container, the catch cup works, and there's what you can expect from a 10-pound, a 10.7-pound Boston butt. Now I do leave it on this because it sometimes drips around these edges. You can see it had a little bit right here and a couple other places, but no big deal. Just that's why I have it on this sheet pan. But anyhow, now you know. Okay, so it has rested for about an hour and 15 minutes. And as you can see, it looks absolutely fantastic. And I've still got the thermometers in. I'm going to pull those out right quick. And then we're going to see if I can pull this bone out right here. There's the bone. And just kind of get it and twist it a little bit. Well, it's got a color on it right here. But there it comes out. And it is a little warm. I'm not going to lie. So I'm going to put my gloves back on, and then we're going to break that down and make some really good looking barbecue. Okay, I did cheat a little bit, and I ate some of it because it is excellent. And when you, I don't know if I said it or not, but I always take the fat cap off where I don't have to worry about removing it after it's cooked. And that way, all your bark gets incorporated into your pulled pork. And man, I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of ways to use this. Not only sandwiches, like I said, you can do salads, man. Just an iceberg lettuce or, well, any kind of lettuce with some cheese and some ranch dressing. And this right here, and just some shredded cheese. And all you do is just do this right here. Just shred it up, pull it just like they say, and you make some really good sandwiches or tacos or salads, baked potatoes. It does it all. And you saw the Traeger did fine. Even a 10-pound, butt. You know, a lot of people are worried about it, and that's really what this was all about, to see how it would work and if it would fit. Well, it fit perfect. And I think it did a fantastic job. So, anyhow, if you were wondering if the Traeger Ranger would do a 10-pound butt, there it is. Or actually 10.7 10.79, almost 11 pounds. But anyhow, I guarantee you it's good, and I've already tasted it, like I said. And it is as good as you might imagine. My family won't care. They don't care if I eat off of their plate. But anyhow, hey, I love y'all all. Come back to see me. Y'all have a good night, and get you a Traeger Ranger, especially if you're worried about it not doing reasonable sized dishes. 10.79 pounds. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.